should refer to them as looters or rioters, which in the very beginning sets up a tone as to what was going on the night of the shooting. And referring to them as looters or rioters begins the jury's... You see that giant building there across the street? The one that they've been building for 10 months?
Can you please turn that down a little bit? Can you please turn that down? Hello? I'm just trying to set up here. Let me see. Hold on, I screwed something up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get to the chat. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hey, J-Lo. Hey, Sandra, Kathy, Elena, Sharon. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name. Is it Tara? Carrie, Sylvia, Roxanne, Sharon, Steven. Hi. I'm in my kitchen pouring candles because I just got done watching Johnny's live stream that he was doing with Adrian and Yoda and Jules. The one about toxic people. That was really cool. So, no, I'm not cooking. I'm making candles, Freda. I'm making candles. I got a bunch more to pour, so we'll get working on that. So, you guys know I have that tiny little space upstairs by the, in my office, and I was just like, I got too much crap to pour and not enough room up there, so I moved everything down here. Let's see. Hey, Renee, and Sharon, and Britches and Stitches. How are you? And Raslyn Reeds. Hello. So I took y'all's recommendations, and from the last live stream that I did with Yoda, and you guys were saying to start a new channel for the book stuff. So I filmed some stuff today, and I have to now go and what do I have to do? Oh, I have to create the YouTube video, the YouTube channel. So that should be fun. Let me see. Hey, Pramali. So you guys can see what I'm doing over here. My apparatus. Okay. I hope that works. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? I need to do this one first. So, how's everybody doing? So that I keep you company. Peanut's over there watching TV. Peanut's watching TV, and I'm just hanging out. Let me see, I gotta get 2 ounces of this. Making a couple, how many am I making? 2 coffee scented candles, which smell really, really good. So hold on, I gotta get 20 ounces of wax. Come on, you guys. This takes quite a bit of brain power. 20 ounces. 1 second. Yep. I'm making candles. Let me see, what are you guys saying? This looks complicated. Hey, Diana, how are you? How are you? It's so nice to see you. Hey, lucky girl. So I was telling everybody, for those of you guys that are just now joining, took the advice and I am starting a secondary YouTube channel for books. A book club. Yep. And I was telling everybody I just got some footage yesterday and today. I just need to go and create the channel now because based on the polling from the last video, you guys wanted me to keep it separate. So, and I just finished a new series. The series I started, finished it. I binged the whole thing, the whole entire thing, in one day. And Peanut thought I was crazy. Because, right, Peanut, I was reading it yesterday, and I was like, yes! Like, I was so excited, going nuts. And Peanut's like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, this book is freaking awesome! So, I just got to make the channel. What is that? Book club. Number 1 rule of book club. No talking about book club. That's right, lucky girl. No talking about book club. So I just got to go create the channel and then upload the stuff to it because is Miss Lady in here? Has anybody seen Miss Lady? Has anybody seen Miss Lady in here tonight? Let me see, I gotta get another one. I am now going to make I am now making blueberry cheesecake. So let me find here we go. Let me see. Hey, Sunflower. Lucky girl. I gotta get this. See. Hi, Sandra. Yes, hot wax in here. Very hot wax. You see? I'm trying to read the comments, pour candles, and hang out with you guys. Like I said, I'm in the kitchen because all I have is that tiny little space upstairs, and I have a lot of candles to pour. So if y'all can hear the TV, that's because Peanut's right over there. So, how's everybody doing? to go. Fun part of pouring candles is cleaning everything. Hey, T-Barb, how are you? Yes, we're making candles tonight. I have quite a few left to make. I made honey lavender gelato, 2 coffees. I just poured 2 blueberry cheesecakes. Let's see what else we got. I got 1 strawberry vanilla whip macaron to pour. Let me see. 1 strawberry whip macaron to pour. 1 Yosu blossoms and hinoki to pour. 1 moss and wet fern. Because I tested it. I thought I had the right wicks. Put it in there, secured the wicks so I can make it for Jenny. Go to test burn, and it's burning like crap. Like the wicks are too small. And I was like, but it did fine in testing. So I upped the wick on it by 1 to see if that'll help. Because I would rather it be just a tiny bit underwicked than overwicked, because then you'll get all sooty and junky and stuff. And that's no bueno. So let me clean these out. One thing I will say though about candle making is you do go through a crap ton of paper towels. So sorry, I gotta wash these really quick. I'll be right there to see the comments. Just gotta get the water hot. Let me see who else is here. Hey, Freda! You know what? I was thinking about, because I know Johnny likes peppermint, so I was gonna try one, but I didn't bring that scent down from upstairs at all. So I'd have to run upstairs and get more containers and get more fragrance oils, because it's out there. So let me see who else is here. Sounds good to eat, Stephen. Yes, it does. Let me see the strawberry. This one, strawberry vanilla whip and strawberry macaron and vanilla whip. And I'll tell you guys what, Yoda doesn't like foodie candles at all. She doesn't like them. And she loved that one, like loved it. She's like, what is that? I was like, you'd be surprised, girlfriend. She really loved it. So I'm pouring out the final tester.
That smells good.
Huh?
That smells good.
That's, check. See, Peanut likes it. Look, it's this one. Smell it. You don't need to come over here. You can smell it from there. The whole house. Yeah, the whole whole house smells like blueberry cheesecake right now because of the candles I just poured. Y'all heard it, peanut smells delicious. So it's peanut approved, because usually he's like, that stinks. Turn that shit off, it stinks. But looks like that one's peanut approved. So I'm over here, gotta get, ah! Oh no, there we go. You know what, I should be using disposable little cups instead of having to constantly do the dishes. Hey Roxana. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up. That would be fantastical. Okay, let's see. We're going to do strawberry vanilla whip macarons next. Let me see. Yours hates it too? Yeah, he's like, turn that shit off, it stinks. But for some reason, he likes the blueberry. So I think it's the other stuff that I make that he doesn't like. Like the more florals and stuff. I don't think he likes those. Those are the ones he usually says stink. So that's the peanut. Okay, I'm doing good on the wax. Sorry. See if I can tear this. I got 10 ounces I need to do. Oops, I went over. Strawberry vanilla whip. Blueberry, yeah, Diane, blueberry cheesecake. That was one of the ones that Johnny wanted. So that one's the ones for Johnny, and Peanut just came down when he saw the setup. He's like, oh, can you make some for our one of our aunts? So I gotta pick. Which one do you want me to make Aunt Doris pick, babe?
I don't know. We'll just smell them and.
Well, I don't.
Well, you pick it out. I don't know.
You want me to pick it out? Well, that sucks.
What are you talking about?
I've been smelling fragrances for a long time now, so it's like, does she like coffee? Because I made 2 coffee ones. Wait, when are you going to Doris's?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Remember they're having their 25th wedding anniversary? You don't
Oh,
want to go
shit. Okay.
You should go.
I don't want to go.
Done.
Wait, I thought we were going to Ricky's tomorrow.
No, that's Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, the day after
That's
Thanksgiving.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
No, we're going-
For some reason, I thought it was this
We're
weekend.
going to Doris and Joe's tomorrow.
I'm not going. I don't feel like driving all over the state. And I got a crap ton more shit that I need to pour. So, that's how we get out of stuff. Can't go, I'm pouring stuff. Do you guys see what I mean by I never like to leave the house and I don't like to be around people? Thought I was joking? I am not. Okay. Y'all thought I was joking, and I ain't. I ain't. So, let me see. You've been keeping all of your candle jars, T-Barb? It's a good idea. Recycle. Just, hold on. There's one thing that I would suggest or recommend. I need the Yosu blossoms. Here we go. There's one thing that I would suggest or recommend is figure out what type of wax you want to work with and see if you could get like a starter kit, because not all waxes are the same. See if you can get like a starter kit or something, because that usually has the right amount of wax that you need, the right amount of fragrance oil, and the correct size wick to get you started. So I am now doing this one. My sister really liked this one too. So you know what I'm gonna do? Give me 1 second. Had to run upstairs and get more jars. And use these for the singles because otherwise I'll be doing dishes all night. So, put this back here. Okie dokie. Mmm, smells good. Babe, do you like this one? Hold on, I gotta smell test this with Peanut. You like this one, Peanut? No?
Oh, it's just weird.
This one, Peanut does not like. He said it smells weird. Why? Because it's a floral. That one's a floral. That one's hinoki blossoms, yuzu and hinoki blossoms. So I have determined that you do not like florals. Let's see. My wax is at 229. So let's see. So what's everybody doing? Oh, Catherine was asking what are we doing? I'm making candles. Got a lot of candles to make. I gotta pour moss and wet fern next. Ah, that's hot. Moss and wet fern is next. Watching me. Even Becca's tea towels are not buttered. Oh, are you looking at that? The fuckity fuck. Oh Lord. That was a gift from Ona. She got me that. Freaking loved it. It's like, thanks, Ona. You're the best. Love that girl. So. A Yankee candle that smelled like orange creamsicles. That smells lovely. That sounds lovely. might have to run upstairs and get another 5 pounds of wax. Didn't even think about that. I think I'll be good for a couple more. So you see, awesome wet fern. This one was for Jenny, and I was telling you guys I thought I had the wicks situation correct, and then I did one where I secured the wicks, and it was a disaster. It's not burning right. The wicks are too small. Let's see. Not sure about that, Sandra. Not sure. I have no idea. I mean, I don't see why not. It's whatever intention you put behind it. Whatever intention you put. Do it anyways. So I make fun of Peanut because he watches HGTV all the time. He's watching HGTV right now. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Freda. Thanks. When we were up in Slow, when I was up there with my sister this last weekend, our friend that we went to go visit, she's a hairdresser, and she was saying that I'm about 50% gray at this point because she has a chart for gray hair, salt and pepper, all that stuff. And she was saying that I'm about at 50%, and I'm like, I cannot wait till I'm at like 75 or something like that, because you know, I think it looks kind of junky sometimes, but you know, I feel much better after I got it cut, because I had gone, like 2 years without a haircut, and I was looking haggard. She took off like, I think she said like close to 5 inches. So, and it was just all dead ends and what was left of my hair dye, because I had stopped coloring my hair. I think I'll be going on 5 years next year. And so, because as it would grow out, I would just keep cutting and cutting and cutting, just to cut off the dye, the color that was there. And so it took a few years to get it all out, but I think it's all gone now. So I'm at 50%, she said, 50% white on my head, which I'm happy about that. And I was telling her, I was wanting to go pink. She's like, don't do it. She told me, she's like, that's a lot of maintenance, don't do it. So I was like, okay. Because I really like the pink hair. Not like bright pink, it's like this new, well, it's not new. It's like this, it's called rose gold hair. It's very pretty, but it's a lot of maintenance, and I'm like, no, I ain't down for that. Pouring patchouli for all you hippies out there. Patchouli. gonna smell in here. How many of you guys like patchouli? I know it's not. It's a very controversial. Hey, Jenny, I just poured your Artie candle because I screwed up the other one. I thought I had the correct wicks, and nope. So I had to melt it down, and I went up 1 wick size on it. So let's see. I'm back. I don't know how to do a poll on the iPad or my phone to see who likes patchouli and who doesn't. Oh, I know, T-Barb. I know. It's like, I just lost 15 pounds just by cutting off my hair. I wish, right? I so wish. I have to wash this. You love vetiver too? I have some of that upstairs. I'm gonna mix it with peony because the peony is very powdery, and I did a test candle with peony, and then I added 50% peony, 50% vetiver, and it perfect. It's so good, so good. So let me see what the comments are saying. I have to go upstairs and get more wax because, yep, I need to go upstairs and clean this out first. Then I'm gonna throw some wax in there, and then we can hang out because I gotta wait for it to get, once I put the regular wax in there, the temperature's gonna go down. And I have to wait for it to come back up to 230, 235. I like it really hot. Really hot. Because I've noticed when I get it to like 220 and it goes from here to in here, it loses a lot. And I can't pour this lower than 200. So I need, the higher I go, the more time I have for it to cool down from when I put it in here and then add the fragrance oil and stir. Otherwise it cools too quickly and then doesn't work out. My ninja food to make candles, Jen. Watch me try, because I love that thing. I think it's the most amazing thing in the world. Don't you love the ninja foodie, Peanut? Mm-hmm. He said, mm-hmm. We loved it so much, Jen, that we were, because Christmas coming up, and I was like, dude, let's get Dad one, for his dad. That's how much I love it. We were gonna gift it to his dad, but he already has a food, God damn it, what is it called? What is the ninja called, babe? Peanut loves the wings that come out of, yep, I made carnitas, he liked that. But I think we've had wings like 3 times. And we've had carnitas like twice. But it's so good. It's so good. Now, you guys, I gotta go get more wax. one's wrong. Uh-oh. So I got these black jars. You guys think about these black jars because the other ones that I have are white iridescent. So I've got some black as well for like the heavier scents and keep like the florals and the other stuff in the white ones so I can differentiate, you know. I think they're pretty. And they come with, well, of course I have to buy the lids separate, but like this, that's my label. But, because the other ones are white iridescent. They're really pretty. Oh, please, I gotta get more wax. Wax. Okay. So for those of you wondering, I use coconut apricot wax. I do not use soy. Don't like soy. I personally don't like working with soy. I don't like working with it. This is super easy. Get it hot, pour fragrance immediately, pour it into a container immediately, one and done. Instead of fidgeting with wax, you know. So, what does my towel say? That says, fuckity fuck fuck fuck. That's what my dish towel says over there. Even, like Larry Girl was saying, even my tea towel is not Mother Teresa. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. I'm going to hell. I'm going straight to hell. It's times like this where I really wish that I had a kitchen island, but we do not. We do not, so I make do with what I got. So, chopping up wax, putting it in the Presto pot. Yep. Yeah, Ona got me that towel, Pamela. She sent that, I think it was last year or the year before. And when I saw it, I lost my mind. I was laughing so hard. Every time somebody comes over, they just crack up over that tea towel. And then I think it was it last year or the year before? I think we were having Peanut's mom, my mother-in-law, over for Christmas and one of Peanut's friends. And he's like, should you take that down? I was like, no. No, I'm not taking that down. That tea towel lives there. It's not coming down at all. Ever. Ever, ever. So, making a mess. Let me see. And then I gotta see the temperature already dropped down to 160. So I gotta wait for it to come back up. I think she found that on Etsy. I think is where she got it. I'm pretty sure. Because you can find all sorts of really cool geeky stuff. Yeah, exactly. The perfect dish towel for 2020. Diana. Well, wasn't that a year, huh? Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. Oh my gosh. I know it's like pretty crass, but I think it's hilarious. And people seem to laugh at it when they come over, so. Let me see. Just get a tall, slim, plain desk table. Yeah, I have one of those on my, Lucky Girl. I have one of those on my, what is it called? Amazon wish list. The fold-up ones. So that I can, you know, because the space upstairs is so incredibly limited. Because I have to share my office desk with the little bit of space that I have for this right here. So I can put the pot, the scale, everything, so I can do it right. So I have that table on my wish list. It's like I think it's like a larger, like, it's a fold-up plastic table for parties and stuff. So I figured if I got one of those, I'll have plenty of room to, when I pour, I can just set it there, you know, because I just don't have any room up there with all my work stuff. So, but now I'm waiting for the temperature to go back up. And then we're going to see what other scents. I need to pour juniper, fir, and balsam spruce, which I know a lot of people, let me ask Peanut what he thinks. I know a lot of people don't like Christmas tree scents, but I do. I really like them. Let me see. Peanut, tell me what you think about this. Peanut does not like it. He does not like it at all. He made a face. He was like, dude, it smells like a, who doesn't like that? I know Johnny and Jenny do not like Christmas tree scents. This one smells like Christmas tree, but with, maybe it's the juniper in there. Maybe it's the juniper, but it's like a different kind of, it's a different kind of Christmas tree. I really like it. And then I have Leaves, which if you guys have smelled the Bath and Body Works. Oh, there's Johnny. There's my little lurker. The Bath and Body Works one, it smells just like that. Then we're going to do Roasted Chestnut and Rum. That one, ooh, I love that one. Let me see. Where is it? Where did it go? Yeah. Roasted Chestnuts and Rum. Oh, it's so good. Ooh. I would eat this. Don't eat your fragrance oils, but I would still eat this. Oh my gosh. There's another one that I have. I think it's honey and tonka. Oh, so good. I only brought like a little stash of my stuff. The rest of it is upstairs, or I'd be making like 800 trips. Let me see, what other one did I bring? Oh, I got cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns. This does smell like cinnamon buns right out of the oven. And then I got snickerdoodle. I need to pour those blanks as well. I could eat this one too, but don't eat your fragrance oils. And then here's that peppermint that I wanted to do for Johnny. No, that's not peppermint. I didn't bring down the peppermint. It's upstairs. So, yep. That's what we're working with, you guys. We are at 163 degrees and we still got to get up to 230. So, we'll be here a while. Oh, Lord. So let me see. I should make labels or stickers for them right now. So what are we doing? Snickerdoodle, right? Did I ever find wicks for this one? Hold on, I gotta look at my little books here to see if I've found wicks for these. Pink Peony and Nectarine, Christmas Tree, Hansel and Gretel's House. Another really good one, Apples and Maple Bourbon. Love it. Freaking love that one too. Let me see if I've found ones. You see. Nutmeg and spice is really good. I got a toasted marshmallow I have upstairs, but that one's really like really light because it's marshmallow. So I think I gotta mix that one with something else. Let me see. The bane of my existence, the sweetgrass. Oh, did Johnny tell you he's gonna get a Ninja Foodie as well? The air fryer. Because I was telling him, I was like, it's the best thing in the world. Let me see. Nope, I never found wicks for that one. Okay. Okay, so Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle, cinnamon buns.
Now you have the metal here. Kind of looks like chicken wire. What's going on? What are you guys doing? Trying to surprise you. What? Taking some of the tile features from the inside and putting it on the outside. But I just found out that we can't hang the tile out here because it's not finished. It's the tile we're putting. I don't know what
Okay, so I got these that are coming. Awesome, what fun we did. Okay, so do you guys mind if I run these fragrances upstairs? And I need to pick out 3 more and bring those down. Wait, did I find... Let me see if I found one for apples and maple bourbon. I think I did, because I'd like to pour one of those as well because it's so damn good. Let me see. Blueberry cheesecake, apples and... Oh, that's a $7.45. $7.45. $7.45. Nope, that needs to go up to $7.35. Because that one needed to go up. Okay, so I need 7.45s. I can't do that and take all that upstairs. 1 second. Okay, those are the ones I'm still doing. Chestnut. Okay, hold on. We got leaves, juniper, balsam, fern. I think these are all done. Oh, you're eating popcorn, babe?
Yeah.
do so it just doesn't look so weird.
So I have a solution. Let's make it feel like part of the house by painting the wood to match the trim and using frosted flexi in between so it feels private. And I think once the greenery's in and you walk out the front door, it can actually look cool.
I can't wait to see the final product. Okay, I must say, hold it up.
I told you.
Looks good.
No, this looks spectacular.
The exterior of the house actually, by some miracle, came out really nice. Actually, it's carpet though now.
We paid $435. We put 70 into it, so that puts us 505. We're gonna have closing costs about 25, so the break even's 530.
Okay.
The comps are in the mid to upper fives. My idea is to list at 599. The floor plan's awesome, the lot's awesome. This is real for it.
All right, $599. It's staged. One more.
There's more. Hopefully home.
Oh, fancy.
It's like a completely different house.
Fully modernized it.
The new living room came out so good.
It's much more light, bright here.
Oh, look at this kitchen.
Very pretty. The light looks cute.
Actually, it's really nice.
I think families are gonna love the fact that there's a family room right here and a living room here. It gives it an area for kids to play and hang out and extra stuff. Master looks so nice.
It's not the biggest master,
Yours.
but there is a private bathroom.
Private bathroom is really good. I like the way they shower now.
Yeah, it's a big shower. That's where the pigeons chase you.
Fun day of pigeons. Closing off the door to the kitchen made it so much bigger in here. Let's check out this room.
Beautiful.
How nice the yard looks.
Dark looks great.
Yeah, very exciting.
Ready to do this open house?
Sure.
Okay, I've returned with supplies. Apples and maple bourbon, cranberry woods, and tonka and oud. So which one takes the 745? Apples and maple bourbon. Sticky pads. Where are the sticky pads? I done lost the damn sticky pads. I'm losing my mind. Same thing. Oh, did I take it upstairs?
But it paid off and you accepted an offer at $600,000. If this deal goes through, we stand to make a profit of almost $66,000. Time to find another house to flip. Good. I was wondering if you're free later today. I just got a lead on a house in Lakewood. I talked to the owner, offered the deal. So I feel free right back.
Can't find the sticky pads, so I got some new ones. Bastard. Okay. Sorry. So, which one is this? Apples and maple bourbon. You see?
I like that tree back there. Pretty one.
I like it. Oh, this is a tiny little place.
Oh, wow. This is like the entire living area of the house. You're talking family room, dining room, hangout area. This is it, right?
Bedrooms? Kitchen. Yeah, this is it.
This is 745.
The only thing we could do here is open this up, right? I mean, this
Okay.
I don't know, I kind of do the feel.
Super cute for a first home buyer. You can make it really nice. Oh my gosh, this kitchen is so big. What in the world? It's like a winter's walk.
Apples and maple bourbon.
This is really
Which one are we doing? Cranberry Woods.
cabinets here, cabinets there. The size of the kitchen is twice the size. And it's a big kitchen too. It's probably possible
And I gotta hurry up and test these like quick. I'll give them the blank ones. I'll give them like
But they only did the vanity.
kind of nice in here.
4 days, and then I'll start testing to find the wicks, and then I gotta re-pour them with the wicks that I think work. And then if that doesn't work, then go back to testing. It's a pretty tedious process, but
This is bedroom number 1.
Nice size.
This is kind of solid. We got that central air conditioning, central heating. Second bedroom.
This one has
okay. And then what's the other one? Tonka and Oud.
the backyard. How do we get there?
Is there a door on the kitchen? I don't like that you have to go to the side of the house to get to the back.
Okay.
Okay.
What is this?
Oh my God, why is it so low?
Has a bathroom back here.
What? Fancy.
It's the nicest part of the house.
I don't think it's used.
Okay. Still waiting. Got a while. Yes, we're making candles, Michelle Maybell. So it's hot because I'm over here in the kitchen with this thing on. That's at 193 degrees. So,
Keep this and sell the house for the fact that the seller didn't it probably means it isn't permanent.
so what's going on, you guys?
Fine, because we can make the modifications needed to get it permitted. We'd be buying the house at a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom price and reselling it at a 3-bedroom.
Does anyone watch Animal Cracker on YouTube?
It looks pretty good, but I do see some
Uh-uh.
and I do see
Chiropractor for animals.
You know what I need to do? I'm gonna call Jeff.
Never heard of that.
Earlier, he said he was in Anaheim, so it might be
Uh-uh.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we definitely need to follow it.
Dude, this house has plants growing on the roof. Listen, that's why I call it. Because I don't see everything. Here's one thing. They did an addition on the side of the house off the kitchen. And I don't think there's any way possible for me.
Oh, my apron? My apron, I got this at Trader Joe's, but it's gonna need to be washed because I got fragrance oil all over it today. It's rather have it on the apron than on my person. Oh, I need to put these in there. I need to put the wicks for the apples and maple bourbon. Do, 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 do. Let's see. 1 second while I go stick this in the stickies. So you guys saw the outcome of the Rittenhouse case today, which you know, you remember reading on that was it a week or so ago or the week before with Johnny and Jenny. And I was telling Johnny and Jenny today, I was like, I really need to start studying tarot so that I can remember what you guys get. But because I haven't done it in years, I'm just not good with it, you know? So I can remember what their cards were, but I remember mine ended in fish. And I know that that's freedom and independence. But I was talking to my sister today and I was like, you don't need cards or claim to be a psychic or any of that stuff, dude. Like, you could have seen that shit coming 20 miles down the road, you know? It was a given he was going to get off. Like an absolute given. Which is a goddamn shame. Because that guy just, the judge, just pretty much okayed the beginning of a little serial killer gunny. Because y'all can't tell me that kid's not going to turn around and kill somebody else.
We know that the work is to be in patio, right? So that means we have to redo the foundation. That means we don't have the proper footings going all the way around the perimeter. So the problem is the structure is in front. You have down the wall is moved down. Basically double that.
It's time for the ultimate Sleep Number event on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed.
What if I sleep hot?
Or cold, no problem. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed is temperature balanced, so you go to sleep just right. And it senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you comfortable.
So you can really promise kind of sleep.
Yes, you'll know exactly how well you slept night after night. We take care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed plus 0% interest for 24 months. Free premium delivery.
Sorry, I was looking up the container. Oh, I found I went upstairs to get these. These were already here. Yeah. You see? You guys were talking about Instapots. I was telling Johnny that that foodie that he put up there, it's got a sauteer, it's got a slow cooker, air fryer, and like a few other functions. You can make yogurt in there too. So I love that thing. Me myself. So, Instapot and pressure cookers. Many of us were frightened of pressure cookers. Oh, okay. I just want something where my food doesn't come out like mush or rocks. Did you tell him what happened, Johnny? May I please share that? Because Peanut and I got a really good laugh out of it. We got a really good laugh. At your expense, I'm sorry. Can I share, Johnny? As we were cracking up, I kept telling Johnny, I was like, get one of these, because Sylvia was so incredibly kind. I cannot thank her enough. She sent me the Ninja Foodie for my birthday. And I have not stopped emailing that lady to say thank you, because it's just, we freaking love that thing. And so I kept making stuff and videoing it and sending it to Johnny and Jenny. I'm like, look what I made tonight. Look what I made tonight. And so Johnny sends me a text and he's asking for the link to the air fryer that Sylvia got me. So I sent it to him. And he said that he's been trying to make French fries, like fresh from a potato. I guess he peeled it and chopped it up and put it in the air fryer. And he said that it was like crispy on the outside, but raw on the inside. Some of them were burnt, some of them were raw. I was like, oh no, honey, no, no, get rid of that thing. And Peanut and I were laughing about it. I'm like, look what happened to Johnny. So we both laughed at you, Johnny. I thought it was pretty cute. I think it was, did you get the air fryer, Johnny? The Ninja? Yeah, the pressure cooker on the Foodie, you cannot open it until you release the pressure. So because if it's releasing the pressure, you cannot turn that lid. You can nothing. And I've used the pressure cooker function like 4 or 5 already, and it's super easy. But
I think this is like we should definitely do that. It's gonna make the kitchen so
but yeah.
You sure you want to spend $1,000?
Yes.
Okay, you sure you want to spend $1,000?
What if I give you 1,700 for the two?
You see, I had Rainbow Brigade in that thing. What is that? I had raw fries, brown cooked fries, brown on the outside, crunchy on the inside fries, all at the same damn same damn time. Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I mean, that's pretty damn funny. That's pretty damn funny. Do you hear that, babe? Johnny said that he had the Rainbow Brigade for the French fries he tried to use in his air fryer. He said, I had a Rainbow Brigade in that thing. I had white raw fries, brown cooked fries, brown on the outside, crunchy on the inside fries, all at the same damn time. Peanut's laughing.
It doesn't make any sense.
He's like, it doesn't make any sense. Sorry, Johnny. Oh my gosh. Johnny's like, I know. That's hilarious. That's freaking hilarious. Oh, you guys, let me show you what I got today.
Yeah, so are we thinking about rebuilding some type of pattern?
I think pergola here is gonna cost probably $3,000 or $4,000. Well, first I think you get into
Okay, so years and years and years and years and years ago, I had kept seeing this book at Barnes & Noble, and I had no idea what it was. I just thought it looked cool as shit, and I wanted to buy it. So I think it was August or September, I finally went ahead and ordered it, and it just came in today, this morning, because I guess they had to go back to the publisher to get it published because it's, I don't know, there wasn't any. I had to wait like 2 months to get it, and it's this book. And look how cool is that. It's got like a little thing right here that looks like it's from the library. It had like, you know, this was sealed. I cut the seal. And it's by Doug Dortz and J.J. Abrams. And it was written by the guy that did the show Lost. Did anybody here ever watch Lost? We were hooked on that show years ago, Peanut and I were. But what's so cool,
At least a decade ago.
yeah, it was when we were living out in Point Loma. So it's been over a year ago, but it's the ship of Theseus. And what's so freaking cool about this book, it's that it's a book within a book. So I guess the premise is that there's this guy that's supposed to, he's like a grad student, and he's studying this person, Victor Straka. But he's like a fictional person. He doesn't really exist. So he keeps going to the library to check out this book. That's why it's got like the little library card here. But the whole story is fictional. So what you get, and what I thought was so cool about this book, is that you get the book, so there's the main story here, but then there's this whole other story going on within the margins of the book between himself and another student that keeps checking out the book, so they keep leaving themselves notes all over it. What's really interesting is that it's got a bunch of things like this, like little inserts of information that both of them have been finding while he's been researching the book. So like, let me see. I need to mark these so I don't lose what page I'm on, but see, it's got like newspaper clippings and postcards and pictures, and it just, you know, like here's a postcard from Brazil with a note on the back. I mean, it's just full of stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in here from Brazil. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 postcards from Brazil with little notes on the back. There is some more, this is like yellow paper with a bunch of notes about the book, and then their notes, their other messages that are going on in the margins. Here's an old picture. That's, I mean, it looks kind of, I guess it can look kind of gimmicky. Yeah, the ship of Theseus. But this, I guess this whole thing is fictional because the guy that starts studying it cannot find anything on the author, Straka. All they can find is this book, but they can't find anything on the author. So it's a story about the story that Straka wrote, which is this book. And then there's the other story that's happening within the margins of the book between the grad student and the other student that are. So I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle this first. Like if I should, oh look, it's got one of these little mappy things. Oh my gosh, look. Look at that. Like it's been checked out from the library. 1951, 1961, returned October 31st, and then the date's kind of stamped over. December 14th, 1976. November 24th, 1980. 1988, 1993, 2000. So I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle this, if I'm going to go first and read the actual Ship of Theseus, and then go back and read the notes between him and the girl in the margin, or if I'm going to try to do it both at the same time. But that would be trying to keep two stories together at the same time, and I think I might, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Johnny. Read the Ship of Theseus first, this book that they can't find anything about the author on, and then go back and read the story between the two grad students in the margins. So, but what I want to do is, so I don't lose anything, I want to look, you guys, there is a freaking napkin with a map on it. So I want to find a way to put the page numbers on where these go, in case there's any reason that they're there, if it's just random, so that I don't lose track of where they're supposed to be, you know? So this looks pretty fun and very interactive. I know that might not be everybody's cup of tea, because, you know, who wants to read a book that you got to put a puzzle together for? But that looks really interesting to me. So I'm really excited to get on that. But that might take me a little while, because there's Peanut. That might take me one. I don't know. What do you want to eat? I guess I'm supposed to cook too. What do you want to have? Crap, I didn't take anything out.
I know. I didn't even think about it.
I didn't think about it either. I think we had wings. You want to run down to Trader Joe's?
Not necessarily.
Because I don't have anything defrosted. And I can't Instacart. Moose, go to the store. Moose, I'll give you my car keys. I was making fun of Moose yesterday, because his real name his race name was Mega Quemado. When he named him Voltaire, because when he was rescued from the tracks in
He was in a group of philosophers.
Yeah, when he was rescued from the track in Caliente, Mexico, he was in very bad shape. He had a very, very, very badly broken leg from the racetrack. He was significantly underweight. Usually when the dogs are out there racing, they keep him just a little bit underweight, but what they were telling me is that it looked like he got injured and they just kind of just left him there to whatever, you know. So he was so nasty that the people from the rescue center drove down to Caliente, went and picked him up, and he was so bad, like he smelled so bad, that they had to stop in Pacific Beach to give him a bath at a dog cleaning place because he was that foul. And the dog cleaning place was on Voltaire Street. So his name that at the adoption center was Voltaire, which was well, a book that I just finished, a series of books I just finished reading that I binged this morning. Right underneath the chapter, there's always a quote. The first book, I think it's all Einstein. The second book, I think it's all Shakespeare. The third, I think it's all Voltaire, and it kind of, starts changing. Did you know that they took him to the dog wash at PD on Voltaire Street?
But then they named the group. That
No, he came by himself.
Oh, he came by himself.
He came by himself
okay.
because he was in such bad condition.
I forgot about that.
But there's always blurbs, or quotes. And I was telling Peanut, I was reading Peanut all the quotes from the philosopher Voltaire, and I was like, that's why Moose is always tired, because he's such a brainiac, like Mr. Genius over there. So he uses too much brain power to philosophize and think. So that's why he's always pooped out and sleepy, kind of like he is right now. So, you guys want to see him? Let me see. See him? Right over there. There's puppies. There's old puppies. Good boy. So, and then we went on a Greyhound, right? Because his head is really.
Except for that one really big, huge.
No,
one
that one had a
was
normal
right
on one. He had a normal. Moose is box for some reason. It's got a huge, ginormous moose head, so that's why we named you Moose, Moosey. So has he ever taken our cars? He wishes he could, so he could take himself out all the time. When we had Bean before she passed away, Peanut, I think, accidentally left the door open one day, and she bolted out of the house. And Moose is kind of like a tag-along. That's what we used to call him when we had Bean. We used to call him tag-along. Remember that? Because wherever Bean went, he kind of went. And because Moose is such a scaredy cat, and Bean was very confident, she was like his security blanket dog, I guess, And so Bean took off down the street, and then Moose took off down the street. And thank goodness, there was a neighbor down the street that had the back of her car open because she was getting out the groceries. And Moose and Bean just.
I wasn't here.
Moose and Bean, because you went to get them, and you said the lady was laughing at you because she had the trunk of the car open, and Moose and Bean jumped into the back of the car, and the lady just started laughing because they just saw a trunk of a car open, and they're like, "We're going for a ride." So they just jumped in. Took themselves out for a walk. So he's my little boy. Love him to pieces. Exactly, T-Barb. They just decided. Peace out, Mom and Dad. Somebody else is taking us to the beach. So. Tampa Bay, right? Well, here's the thing, Delilah. I think last time I checked, Florida, because we've been rescuing grays. Oh God, I think we started like a year or two after we moved into this house, and we've been here 10 years. It's how long I've been working with the Greyhound Adoption Center. I'm a sponsor, and we adopt from there. And educating myself on the breed and everything, I did learn. And if I'm remembering correctly, it just happened a couple of years ago. That they outlawed, that they're doing away, like the people voted on it, and they're doing away with dog racing down there. So that's going to be, I don't know if it's taken into effect, or when they're going to start shutting down tracks. That's going to be a lot of animals. And I don't think that the Greyhound Adoption Center goes east, because I know that they do the entire West Coast. They do, they rescue from Caliente, Mexico, and a couple of other racetracks down there. And then they do California, Oregon, Washington, Colorado. So we're all west-based, and it's all on donors, you know, sponsors. So it's total nonprofit, but they're amazing. Yeah, you guys voted to stop. Do you know if they've started shutting down the tracks? 'Cause a lot of dogs that are going to need homes. Peanut's getting stuff.
The two-tone paint looks so cute.
I think there's a bunch of networks, Pamela, but I'm not sure which ones work with which, because I've only worked with the Greyhound Adoption Center. That's the only one I'm familiar. There's quite a few here in San Diego. It's just that's the that I really like what they do there. The guy that runs it, I believe his name is Dale, British guy, very nice. They're amazing. Amazing facility, super clean, and it's all volunteers. Because I was going there to volunteer on the weekends until the drive just got ridiculous, because it's about almost an hour because I got to go all the way south and then go all the way east past away from work. It just got to be too much. So my back.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see in the next couple days.
Let me see. I think I'm good on temp. Let's do apples and maple bourbon. So, yeah, that's my story. Apples and maple bourbon. You're back? Oh, I'm back. Okay.
Like really, that's true.
I love the sweet plastic.
It doesn't even match the kitchen at all. It's a totally different look.
I didn't say that to me at all. If flipping houses was tough before, now the pressure's really on.
To turning disaster houses into amazing makeovers.
I'm desensitized. I'm desensitized to everything.
So that book that I was telling you guys about when I was up in school with my sister, finished it, really, really liked it. It was about, let me see, hold on, I gotta think really hard right now. So I'm gonna screw this up. About the guy that got those premonitions for the year. It was good. It was really, really good. There was a lot of political intrigue as well. But what I liked a lot about it is, okay, just one second.
Hometown flip, man. How it goes?
I know.
Looks pretty good, right?
Needs a little bit of work and it's definitely dated. I think overall it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it has a cool entry too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What I really liked about it was that it was very, it just ended very ambiguously. Like, you never really found out where that information came from, like how he got all that information. So the author kind of leaves it to the reader to kind of What are you saying? DeJoy, that bastard. But it's very ambiguous. So it's kind of, he gives you just enough for you to pontificate or speculate where and why he got the information that he got. So it's not like it's not like he tells you. So he just it's presented in a way for the reader so that the reader can kind of think about it and come up with their own conclusion. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. Just because it gave me something to think about. And then, like, for those of you guys that are here now that weren't here before, I was saying at the beginning of the live stream that I am going to start the BookTube channel just to keep them separate, because that's what the poll said. Becca, you really do need to learn to speak your mind. Don't hold back. Huh? What? What's up with that? What are you talking about, Pamela? What are you talking about, Pamela? And I recorded a bunch of stuff, but I need to actually make the channel first. Your comment about DeJoy makes oh yeah, he's a piece of shit. I just need to figure out a name for the channel and then upload the video. Oh, fuckity fuck. Thank you, Mitzi. No, Sandra, I would not. I was talking to my sister about this, and I think I had mentioned it when we were live last week in Slow. I do not want, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting a trash bag so I can just start dumping all this stuff in here because I'm just gonna make a mess. I was telling my sister with you guys on the last live stream that I do not want to start a channel for books and stuff to where people have to purchase books. Books are expensive. Like this thing right here, I paid $48 for this book. And this was, okay, I'm telling you guys, this book is old. It is old. It came out a long time ago. It doesn't even say when. Maybe it's on here. Oh God, I need glasses. 2013. This book is from 2013 when it was published. And here in 2020, it's almost $50, you know? New releases, before they hit paperback, you're looking at $25 to $30. The book that I purchased, Empire of the Vampire, that was $38. It gets expensive. So I plan on reading stuff that I can get on Kindle Unlimited, which is free, or ebooks, which are like $1 or so, or the library. Like there's nothing wrong, you know. Otherwise, I mean, you're gonna be blowing a bunch of money on that stuff. You know, Becca's fucking book club channel. Oh my God, Mitzi. Becca's fucking good book. Wait, Becca's fucking good book channel. Only fucking good people can participate. Fuckity fuck. Oh my God. What does that say about me and my language? Really? So that's what I was thinking, because it gets expensive, and no. And you don't even have to buy the book. You can just, if you want to just sit there and listen to me talk about whatever about the book, that's fine too. But I gotta tell y'all, Johnny, what should I name my book channel? I don't think I can name it fucking Becca's fucking good book channel. Let's see, which one should I do now? Although I do love the name, Juniper Fir and Balsam. Let's see. It means you cuss like a sailor. It means you cuss like the sailor you are. I've got a factory mouth. House of Pages. Okay, you know what? There is a book. House of Leaves. Hold on. Let me think. I gotta concentrate so I don't screw this up. Because I gotta get it at 1 ounce exact. Okay. 1 ounce exact. Okay. There's a book called House of Leaves. Bitching about books. Oh my God, lucky girl. There's a book called House of Leaves. I've already read it once. And damn right I'm going to read that again. Because I feel like I missed so much. And leaves, meaning it's a metaphor for pages, Johnny. The guy at Barnes & Noble's sold me on it, saying that it was a horror book. So I read it. And I'm like, I was like, is this satire? Like, or is it, because it's all over the place. So it's a book, about a manuscript, about a house, about a family. But there's so much in there that kind of suggests or implies or perhaps is an homage to, oh God, what was that guy's name? The Argentinian writer from the 50s. Last name starts with the B. I can't think of his name right now. Hold on. I can't let it go. Hold on. I gotta go look. I can't let it go. Hold on. Okay, the book is by Daniel, the Argentinian author. What is the name of that thing that's like a bee? Minotaur. That's what made them when I was reading House of Leaves. Borges. Because I remember reading Borges back in, I want to say it's like 20 years ago. He was a Argentinian author, and I read it in Spanish because the English translations were kind of like just, I don't know. But when I'm reading it, I was like, wait, is this satire for Borges, you know? Because it had so many similarities to the stuff that Borges used to write about, which was satire and clowning people and trolling people through literature, you know? So, and then the concept of the book is kind of like, it's a book about a manuscript, about a house, about a family. So let me break this down. Hold on. I gotta do this real quick. I'm doing the juniper and balsam fir right now. Juniper fir and balsam spruce.
He's gonna have to follow my lead on design if we want to maximize our profits. So for the peninsula, what if we took the countertops into the waterfall?
Okay, so in the book House of Leaves,
2,000 plus 1,500 to remove the wall.
there's this guy, Zampano, okay? Old guy, and he dies, but when he dies, there's this other guy that comes along, his name is Johnny, who's this 20-something-year-old drug addict, man whore, tattoo artist, that gets a phone call from a friend that lives in the same apartment building as Zampano. And they get there, because the guy just died, they get there and they discover that there's all this stuff that Zampano was working on, which looks like academic papers. Okay, and it's academic papers about this manuscript that's about a house, okay? Well, the thing is, the manuscript is based on a documentary. The documentary doesn't exist, okay? But also, the dead guy, Zampano, how could he have possibly watched the documentary because he's blind? So how is he writing an academic paper on a documentary that he can't watch because he's blind about a manuscript? I don't get it. But anyways, so Johnny starts, Johnny takes the papers and he starts reading the academic papers from Zampano, which is how can I explain this without convoluting it? Johnny gets the papers and he starts reading the academic papers from Zampano, which is a case study on the documents from, what's the name of I forget the name of the, Ferguson documents, I think it is. I think it's Ferguson documents. I can't remember exactly. So while you're reading the book, you're seeing all these footnotes, and you gotta jump all over this book to read the footnotes, because you're reading, like, you're on page, let's say 27, and then you read it, and then it sends you to page 245, and then you read that, and then it sends you back to page 75. So you're bouncing all over the book. It's not a linear read. So that made it confusing. And then there was that portion of the book. But you're reading all these side notes about Johnny just going on these rants that has nothing to do with anything that's going on. That is an academic study from the dead guy. But even what the dead guy's writing about is absolute bullshit. Like, Daniel Lesky, thank you. That book trolled me. I'm telling you right now, I'm hands down, I got trolled. That's why I was looking at it and I'm like, wait, is this a joke? You know, because you'll go through pages where it's just lists and lists and like there's no list, it's just list of stuff. Lists of types of architecture. Names of singers, types of music. But in there, he'll throw in shit that's just total bullshit. It doesn't exist. There's no record of it. He gives himself, on the manuscripts about the documentary, he credits Stephen King so he tries to make Stephen King, what do you call that? Not an authority, but as if someone that really did watch that movie or the documentary and read the manuscript. That was totally fake. That was totally fake, made up. It never happened. And that's why I'm like, is this a troll? Like the whole book, because not only is it not linear, but the typography of the book itself goes into organic literature. So thank you, postmodernism. Yeah. So it's is it organic? Yeah, organic literature. So you're reading the book this way, then you're turning it upside down, you're putting it up against mirrors. So it's very experimental, but at the end of it, I'm like, is this just one big effing troll? Because there was so much nonsensical shit in there. But the part that I really did like was the manuscripts from the documentary of the house. That was really cool. Oh, T-Barb. It was an assignment. It took me like a week to try to get through that book because I was like, what the hell is going on? So I think I'm going to reread it, but actually like pay more attention and take notes and maybe annotate the book because there's just too much going on. And then I started thinking I was getting trolled by the author. And then I was also thinking, not just getting trolled by the author, but like that the book itself is pretentious and a joke, you know? But then the whole part about the house was really freaking amazing. So it's like it's a labyrinth inside of this house. So the book, the literary, the typography and everything will start taking on the labyrinth that's inside of this house, if that makes any sense at all. That's why you're flipping around different pages, turning the book upside down, putting it up against mirrors. Like there's portions of the book where the people that are filming inside of this house, that's weird, and that's what the Ferguson papers are about, or the manuscript or whatever. There's areas in that story that takes place in the house where they start to get very claustrophobic. And the typography on the pages will mimic that sense of claustrophobia or distance. The typography in the book will mimic or try to reinforce the idea of that the author himself is trying to portray within the book about distance. It's that book was a bear to read. I think I need to tackle it again because I was just like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, I so got trolled right now, you know, but there's if you go on YouTube and you look up House of Leaves, the whole book is a freaking labyrinth. And there's so many channels out there that have done serious studies on this book where you can start seeing mirrors within the storylines, because you're kind of like all over the place when you're trying to read it. It's not a linear read. So I liked that it teased my brain and it made me really, really focus and learn about different authors and learn. I went back and read the Borges stuff because Borges really did like writing about minotaurs. And that's another thing, that there's this minotaur that's running around in the house that's like killing people or something. There's scenes that get very graphically violent, but I need to go back and read it reread it again to see if I have a different perspective. But if you just want the cliff notes, just look up House of Leaves on YouTube, because there's so many channels with all these different theories about what that book is about. And that was written, I think, back in, I want to say the early 2000s. And it's kind of sort of made a resurgence because I don't know if it's BookTube or what, but when I went to Barnes and Noble's months ago, it was on the table and I was looking for a horror book, and one of the sales associates was like, this is the best horror book of the year. And I'm like, eh. And then I read it, I was like, huh? I don't get it. Maybe I'm really stupid and dense, you know, but I need to reread that one. Let me see. Leaves. We're going to do leaves. So, and then, is Miss Lady in the room? Hey, Yoda! I'm making candles, girl. I have all these freaking, hold on. Yes, because there's a minotaur running around. Look at this. These are all the candles that I'm pouring tonight. Oh, and this is part of what we're having for dinner. Spicy Mexican style riced cauliflower. So I still got Tonka, cinnamon buns, snickerdoodle, leaves, roasted chestnuts, and cranberry woods to go. And these are all the ones I finished. So got more to go. But that's another thing that Argentinian writer used to do a lot in his stories, not only troll people and give himself credit as if someone was saying something. So like he'll say, so-and-so said this, and he'll write it as if it really did happen and it's completely false. So that's why I was like, wait, is this a throwback to that guy? You know, so I don't know. I'm just confused, but yeah. The trick to the wicks, patience. Patience. That's why I pour them blank. Hold on, let me get this straight real quick. The trick with the wicks, I'm gonna show you how I do it. How I do it. Okay, this is the patchouli one that I re-poured. See that? No wicks. So what I do is I let it cure for a couple days, and then I will insert holes with like a toothpick or something and start putting wicks in there that I think may work. So I'll start small and work my way up. And then once I think I have identified a wick that works for the fragrance and the container, I will re-pour it, securing that wick to this, and then retest it again to see if it works. Like I just had to do that with the moss and wet fern that I did earlier, because I thought that I had found the right wicks. I poured it, I secured those wicks to it, and when I started burning it, it didn't work, so I had to redo it. Which one are we doing right now? Leaves. We're doing leaves. Yeah, that's leaves. Hold on, you guys. I gotta think. So, sorry, I was deep in concentration. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, so then I found, I was telling Yoda today, and I think I texted Johnny and Jenny. Has anybody seen Miss Lady in the chat? And the book is called the book is called House of Leaves. House of Leaves. Nobody seen Miss Lady? Because I remember when we were in, my sister and I were in SLO, I remember her saying that she wanted to start reading again, but it's like, she just loses concentration. And I just binged this entire series of novelas yesterday and into this morning, and it was magnificent. It was freaking magnificent. I lost my freaking mind. I was on the couch going crazy, and Peanut's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And okay, so I'm gonna tell you all about it, and you decide if you want to go read it. You can get it on Amazon with it's free on the Amazon Prime Kindle Unlimited. If not, a regular copy is about. Did I tell you guys that already? I think I did, but I don't know if. Did I talk about this already? The series that I just got done reading this morning? Because let me tell y'all, I stayed up. I could not put it down. I'm sitting here like, one more page. And next thing I know, I look at the time. I'm like, why is it so bright out? And I look at the time on my Kindle. Yeah, it's like 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, shit, I didn't sleep because I stayed up reading. The name of the book, T-Bar, well, it's a novela series, okay? It's a series of novelas. So the book is about 100 pages. The second book is about 116. There's 5 books, and not one book goes over 150 pages. So they're quick, fast, easy novelas, but there's 5. And the name of it is Mindfuck by S.T. Abbey. And I was telling my sister about it. I was like, S.T. Abbey, like stabby, you know? I don't sell them at this time, Coriel. I'm not selling them right now at this moment. But let me give you the premise. It's and from the, what is it? The gist of it is this girl that's a serial killer, yes, a female serial killer, ends up dating an FBI agent. That is, what is it? What? Holy crap, oh shit, wait, even the books you read ain't Mother Teresa. Yeah, Larry girl, you got to read this book. Or anybody else. Okay, so I'm going to give you the trigger warnings for sexual violence. Trigger warning for violence against women. Trigger warning for sexual violence against children. Trigger warning for sexual violence against the LGBTQ community, and a shit ton of body horror. And it was the best fucking read of my life. Like, swear to God. I never thought that I would read a book where I am rooting for a serial killer. Like, it was insane. That Stu Snickerdoodle. Insane. So, and what's so really, like, what made that book amazing was right from the get-go, it was balls to the walls, because it's a novela, so you only have a certain amount of pages. Let me see, hold on. Not for sensitive ears, adult or seasoned language. Topics might be heard tonight. You've been warned. I never thought, what did Johnny say? 88 pages of interrupted thoughts and giggles. So, how can I get this straight in my head so I don't, hold on, I think.
Please hold.
Please hold while I get my brain together. And I'm telling you guys, I was on the couch reading that. And I'm like, yes! And Peanut's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, you won't even believe what she did! You know, like, homegirl is straight up crazy, but so freaking good. So, it's about revenge. She's a total freaking crazy ass, badass revenge killer. And so what happened is, You see the book go between her viewpoint and the FBI guys that she meets, Logan. So the main character is Lana, and she meets this FBI agent named Logan at a coffee shop. That's how the book starts off. Book one, boom, that's what you get. And you can tell there's something up with this girl. Like, you don't know, there's something just, you know. Then you find out she's a serial killer. But and it kind of drops hints, and then it just goes from 0 to 60 like that, and it's freaking amazing. So 10 years ago, the book, the first one, I think the first one in the series, T-Barb, I think it's called The Risk. Mind Fuck The Risk. I think that's what it's called. But when you look it up on, just type Mind Fuck in Amazon and it'll find it. So 10 years ago, her and her brother and her father were subjected to extreme sexual assault. Her father was, I'm going to give you spoilers. If you don't want to know, mute me right now, because I'm going to give you all the freaking, some spoilers. So there were a series of rapes and murders that took place in this town when her and her brother were kids, teenagers. And her father was convicted for those murders because they labeled him a monster. Their father was killed in the jail where they put him the night that he got there. They murdered him in the most brutal, horrible, sexually violent way ever. I mean, it was bad. If you can't stomach it, don't read it. I'm talking, they forced him to swallow nails. Like, it was graphic. So the sheriff's son, this kid named Kyle, is a motherfucker. Like, he is such a motherfucker. But his dad knows that this kid is a freaking psychopath, but just lets him do whatever he wants. So the sheriff unleashed his son on Lana, which is the main character that's now a serial killer, and her brother, Marcus. And what they did to these two, Kyle Rittenhouse, they gang raped her and her brother in the middle of the street. Like, it was like 13 people that just gang raped both of them, tortured them, beat them alive, and then castrated her brother because they were trying to force her brother to rape his sister, and when he refused, they castrated him. So because that sheriff and all law enforcement in that town is so incredibly corrupt, the brother took the sister and they left town into a different town for them to get medical attention. He died. The brother died because they castrated him and just cut them and all this horrible stuff. The book is fucking twisted, okay? And they got the help that they needed. Well, she ends up stealing somebody's identity who just happened to have a car accident that night. And let me see. Yeah, it's very, the sheriff covered for the son. Not just the sheriff, the FBI agent at that time also helped him cover it up. And the FBI director at that time helped him cover it up. I mean, it's corruption all the way over, from local politics all the way up to, the governor and everything, state legislators, everything. They all smashed it and covered it up because they're making billions of dollars. Well, not billions, but a crap ton of money from the sheriff because of the way that the sheriff controls this town. Everything. The water is all under his name and his company. So all the politicians get a thing of that. the oil, the gas stations, they get a dip in it because he owns it all. Cable companies, all of it, it's under the sheriff. See what I'm saying? So there's a financial incentive to just cover it up. So homegirl, her best friend Jake was in love with her brother that was murdered. And they spent 10 years plotting this fucking insane revenge on these motherfuckers in that town. And it was, I mean, it's graphic as hell. It's very disturbing. And even the blurbs, it's even the content warning for the book. It says, don't write me to tell me I'm this shit is dark and fucked up. I already know it is. Like, she's telling you, don't go in there with a weak stomach. But it was, so that happens. And so she has this whole freaking kill list because everybody covered, the judge covered it. They would not allow evidence into the courtroom to help her dad. They destroyed evidence. They suppressed evidence. They would not let witnesses in to defend her father. Nobody was allowed on the stand to speak out, saying that, you know, for an alibi. I mean, they, with the help of the FBI, to pin it on her dad, who was completely innocent, and then they did that to him in jail because the sheriff called and said, hey, do this to this man. Well, the reason that they pinned it on that guy, on her father, was because the sheriff's daughter was one of the victims that had been murdered and raped and murdered in that town. So that's what made them pin it on the father, because they couldn't figure out who it was. When you find out who the original series of who the original person was that started doing the rapes and the murders in that town, that set off that whole series of events that got the main character, her brother, and her dad killed, it blows your mind. It's like, what the fuck? And I thought it was the judge. I thought it was the FBI guy. I'm not going to tell you no more because it was so fucked up, but it was so good. And there was one scene in book 5 when this bitch just went freaking John Wick ham on steroids. I mean, it was so good. It was so good. I could not put that series down. And yes, it is dark, 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 dark. It's a book that's titled, it's categorized as a dark romance. But even though there's a romance going on there because she meets the FBI agent and they start dating and hanging out and stuff, there's so much other background shit going on with her and this kill list and killing. I mean, that it reads more like an action thriller suspense more than it does a romance. And it's horror as well. Because there's this one scene where she goes full on Mike Myers chainsaw massacre on some people. And it's great. It's great. So let me see. Nope, that's not what I want. So let me see. Oh shit. Roasted chestnut and rum. That's one of these. No, did I take it upstairs? Shit. I did take it upstairs. Okay, hold on. I poured this one. I poured this one. I poured this one. Poured this one. Poured this one. Okay, hold on. I gotta go upstairs and get roasted chestnut. Let me see. So it's not like the Care Bears at all is what I'm saying. Exactly, Johnny. It's like if Criminal Minds and Dexter hooked up and had a baby, it would be that series of books. Minus the PG, we're not going to show the violence because it's on TV. It's, yeah. homework. So yeah, it's like I never thought I would read a slasher, but the way that it's the slasher scenes that are how it's done in this one, it's like, get it, girl, get it. And I was rooting for the serial killer. Let me see. Care Bears. The name of the book, Mind Fuck. Mind Fuck. It's there you go. There you go. Even the title is a little, you know. Even the title lets you know. It sounds like I'm talking about 3 different books.
Maybe it's just to the edge of the, what if we centered it with the uppers?
I feel like you're moving into a new house. You keep telling me move all the furniture 3 inches this way.
I think that's pretty good, actually.
So, mind fuck Bear 20. So, yep. Oh, there you go. Thank you, T-Barb. Like I said, there's a lot of content warning on that book, so don't come after me and tell me I'm a twisted sick bitch because I enjoyed it, because I did. And I ain't got no shame. I ain't got no shame that I enjoyed that book at all. I thought it was brilliant. And I will say this. If sexual offenders were treated to the type of justice that Lana in this book does, we wouldn't have sexual offenders. At all. At all. And it's very, very graphic on what she does to the people. So just know that. Yeah, the Mindfuck series. The Mindfuck series. I just got the ebook a couple days ago from my library for Local Woman Missing, which is another thriller. So I have until I think the 7th. So I think I'm going to sneak in another a duology book that I want to read because it's on Amazon. It's like I have a book hangover from the series I read yesterday, like serious hungover. Yeah, it's free for Kindle Unlimited. Yep. And you can try Kindle Unlimited, I think, for 3 months for free. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Peanuts Cooking. Peanuts Cooking. Mexican quinoa, spicy Mexican quinoa, and I think salmon, right, babe? I think so. So, yep. So what should I read next, you guys? What should I read next? Now that you have some idea of my sick, twisted general taste on literature. The Bible, because that book is messed up. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Johnny, wait till I tell you what she did to the men. I don't want to say it here, but I'm going to tell you on Sunday what she did to the men. And Peanut was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, yes, girl. Yes, get it. Get it. Get it. And it involves male genitalia. I was like, damn. Let me see. Okay, so we did roasted chestnuts. Fuck, I got all these other ones to go. What else we got that I need to do? Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle, snickerdoodle. Okay, roasted chestnut. Oh, there it is. What should I read next, you guys? What does the chestnut smell like? Like chestnuts? Hold on, let me see. Babe. Okay, top notes of cognac, dark rum, and lemon zest. Middle notes of roasted chestnut, maple, and cedar. And the base notes of tonka bean, shard vanilla, and oak moss. I would eat this. It smells very like nutty and vanilla. And babe, smell this. Do you like it? Peanut smell test.
It's not as terrible as some of the other ones.
He said it's not as terrible as some of the other ones. I really like it. Okay, which one was I doing? Snickerdoodle. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh. Snickerdoodle smells good. It smells like a real snickerdoodle. But that book, I was telling Peanut, I was like, they need to make that into a freaking Netflix series, dude. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. That bitch is badasser than John Wick. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. Why is this? Got 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Yeah, you can, Sandra, are you asking about Kindle? You can download the app to your phone, to your computer, to your iPad. And you don't need a Kindle to read the book, so long as you have a mobile device or an electronic device. Marie Hansen, no, you don't have to get the Kindle. You don't. You can just get the app. You can use the iPad, your phone, computer. It all works. I just like my Kindle because I can read in bed with it instead of trying to hold up a book, you know? Because I was doing that for a while and Peanut's like, that fucking light's too bright. Because I have those little book lights. He doesn't like the little book lights, but the Kindle is, I like it. And I will say, those of you that, you know, are looking for a Kindle maybe for the holidays or whatever, they just I would wait for Cyber Monday or Black Friday because they just came out with the new Kindle just a couple months ago, that it went up by $10 from the previous generation, but the previous generation right now, I think is selling for $80. So the prices may go down even lower on Cyber Monday or Black Friday, if that's something that you're thinking about or considering. So, and I upgraded mine because I had the one previous to this generation, but then I was being like, yeah, the Kindle is waterproof. I really like it. It's easy to hold. I put one of those little pop locks on it and I just hold it with one hand like this. I really enjoy it. There are certain things though that I'd like to have on paperback, but if I'm just there to read the story and think about stuff, I just get it on my Kindle. You wish you still had the Giant DX? What's that, T-Barb? What is that? I've never heard of that before. damn mess here. You know what? I think I need to get, there's something funky about this that just started giving me issues just now. And I don't like it. I do not like it at all. Let me see. The big Kindles. Oh, so is that like the Kindle Fire that they have as well? So it's like a tablet, T-Barb? Like that? Is it like a... Yes, you can adjust the size of the type, the size of the font. You can change the font. You can adjust the lighting on it, which is... The new one has automatic warm light. So like I can just put the put the setting on, and based on my location, once it figures out that the sun's going down, it'll slowly adjust the backlight to where it's not white and make it a little bit more warm, so it's not so hard on the eyes. You can make the font size bigger, you can make it smaller, you can change the margins, you can change the actual font of it. I just think it's a really cool little device. Let me see. So here's mine. See, you can see I just finished. This is book 5 of the Mind Fuck series, painted all red. That's the one I just finished. But see, I put a little pop lock on there, so I just hold it like this, so I don't even have to use a hand. Because the new one, they made the edges much smaller. So I just hold it like this and then just flip with one finger. So it's super crazy lightweight. Crazy lightweight. I don't know what the difference is between this one and the Signature. Oh, it's the first Kindle made. Okay, they don't offer it anymore. Yeah. And then what's cool about this is I just got my library books on here, so I don't have to drive to the library because I'm a lazy ass. But yeah, I just put one of these on there and I just hold it with one hand. Super easy.
Simon's already, or it's not
Whoa,
Simon.
what is that? Why do you have 279?
No, that's, you know.
What is that?
If you,
Emails?
YouTube,
Oh,
you know how they give you stupid alerts?
yeah.
And I just don't ever look at it.
Oh, okay. So hold on. I was talking
What
to the
happens
peanut.
to your crowd?
What happened to my little peanut?
See, look, I got an alert of you hanging out in the kitchen. That's great.
Is Becca's bitching about books? Only fucking good can join. T-Barb's title. You have the Kindle Fire. So is that like a tablet? Is that a tablet because it's color, or? Yeah, you can scroll. Kindle Fire for kids. Good. Yeah, it's a tablet. Okay. Becca's bitching about books. Is that going to be my new channel name? Becca's bitching about books. I wasn't really bitching though, was I? I was like, this shit was crazy and I loved it. I don't think I went bad. I really don't. I thought What? What, Peanut?
Nothing.
You're laughing that you said, you're laughing because I said I don't think I went bad. See? I think Peanut's done making the dinner. Becca's bitching books. You got a little Peanut right there? So cute. Little Peanut.
So whenever you're done bitching about books.
I wasn't bitching about the damn books. I was like, this book was the best fucking thing in the world. Like, I have a fucking hangover now. Freaking loved it, you guys. Loved it.
And I turned the stove off.
Becca's bitching about badass books. Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have read a couple of books and I'm like, what the fuck? This shit just wasted my time. I'm so pissed. And my money. So yeah, I would be bitching about those. But yeah. How much wax? Oh, I got wax enough for three more candles. See, let me show you guys the progress that I have made. Here's dinner. Quinoa.
You didn't make any progress on that?
Salmon. Best cookbook in the world. Snoop Dogg, From Crook to Cook. Really good. So here, these are all the ones I've made. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I got 3 more here to go. Yep. Making progress, y'all. Making progress. And then I still got a few more to do tomorrow. That's why I'm like trying to break it up. So y'all seen how long this shit takes. So I gotta pour more because Peanut just told me he wants some for Aunt Doris. I think I'll pour 2 more apples and maple bourbon tomorrow.
What about Ricky?
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, 2, because I'll make one for Janine, or one for Doris and Joe, and one for Ricky of the apples and maple bourbon.
What about Janine?
Oh, fuck.
Well, it's just...
So that'll be 3 more. I think I would have to make 3 more.
What are all those other ones doing?
Johnny, Jenny, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I need to test, that I need to find wicks for. But the others,
You're gonna try to burn Johnny's house down.
I've already sent Johnny candles. I've only sent him.
Tried to kill him.
No, I've only sent him one that he did not appreciate the scent at all. But he said his brother liked it, and he was like, no, I didn't like it. I was like, that's cool. Just don't.
See?
If you don't like it, just tell me you don't like it, so I know not to send you stuff like that again. But the honey lavender, he really liked. Forget what other one I sent him. That beachy one, he said he liked. You know what I should do? I should pour rose gelatos tomorrow. I'm never going to finish pouring candles, you guys. I'm just going to be here forever just playing with wax. So it's going to suck. Am I frozen? Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Shit. Than eating paste. That is true. That's very true. Playing with wax is better than eating paste. Shit. What time is it? It's 7. Okay, did I do snickerdoodle already? Yes, I did. So let's do cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Ah, so delicious. Okay, cinnamon buns is what I'm doing next. Hey, oh there it is. There it is. Oh, you guys know what Yoda and I found when we went to Slow that I can't ever find over here because that shit's always sold, like sold out. And I bought a 4-pack and a few of these and I brought them back with me because I can't ever find these here. The Bevmo is always sold out. The Cost Plus is always sold out. But it's so freaking good. So good. And I think I'm gonna make myself a drink. See, my little cup. Would you say love cinnamon candles, but with buns? I know my cellulite will respond in multiplying sympathy. Yeah, the elderberry, Johnny. The elderberry tonic water. It's always sold out. And you know I'm not about to drive past my 1-mile radius of my house. So I go to the World Market at the bottom of the hill or the Bevmo at the bottom of the hill. And they're always freaking sold out of this one. So when we went to the Bevmo in Slow, they had a whole freaking shelf like 30 deep. I was like, grab all of them. So I bought 4 of these size and 4 of the little pack. And this is the last big bottle that I have left of this one. And then the rest are the little packs. Because I love this stuff. It's so good. To me. Not everybody likes it. Hold on, I'm going to put a tiny itty bitty little splash of gin. You want some?
No.
This is what Yoda got me for my birthday.
A little tiny baby bottle.
Yeah, I can't open it.
There's another big one right there.
That's the one I bought when I was in Slow.
I put a couple pieces of ghost pepper on top of the
You
salmon.
put ghost pepper on the salmon?
Yeah.
Is
pretty
your
good.
ass burning yet?
No, I only put a little tiny bit. It's good.
Hey, Mitzi, thank you. Peanut put ghost peppers on his salmon. He's going to blow out his ass tonight. Guaranteed.
I only put a little tiny bit.
How much is a little tiny bit?
Most of the bites you don't get it, and then a couple like.
And then you take like one bite and it's got like 30 of the peppers on there?
No, it's only that. It's the stuff you have in the spice roll.
The ghost chili?
Yeah.
You put freaking ghost chili in the... You have got to be kidding me that you just did that.
No, it's fine. It tastes
The
fine.
ghost chili.
Yeah. It's okay. So being a sissy.
You're gonna blow out your asshole. Mm-mm. I'll be right back, you guys. Did you feed him?
No. You're the one that talks to him.
I feed him breakfast, you feed him dinner. Back. You guys behaving? Paranormal kitchen? What? There's a paranormal kitchen.
I'll leave this plate for you.
Thanks, babe.
Bubs.
Bubbies! Bubs! You wonderful philosopher Voltaire! Genius puppy! You're so smart. You use so much brain power, you tire yourself out. Hi, Bubbies.
He doesn't care about all of your stuff. He just gives a shit about food.
He do you love mommy or do you love your food more?
Food. 100%.
Oh, he's down here.
He doesn't love mommy. He loves pets.
There he is. Hi, Bubbies. Hi, Bubbies. These little Bubs. Bubs, you're gonna help me make candles? I got 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Gotta wait for Peanut to clear out the kitchen. You're a good boy, boo-boos. You're a good boy. Yes, you are, and I love you so much. I love you so much. Is it dinner time?
Eat your water first, Bugs. You gotta drink your water.
Bubs has got to drink his water. What's going on in the chat in there? Good boy, Bubba's. So. Perfect. $203, ready to pour. You see, where did Moose's nickname come from? From his ever-evolving name? I don't know. Every pet that I've had, they've always had like a million names. Their names always evolve. So like, I used to have a little ferret. Yes, illegal here in California, but I'm a criminal. I used to have a little ferret, and her name was Tiny. Remember Tiny, babe?
Yeah.
She was the coolest little thing ever. A little monster, but she was totally the most wonderful little thing ever. And her name was Tiny. But then, over the years, she became Tiny the Terrible Terror. Because she was just so bad. Like, she was just so bad. So they just, I guess the names evolve as they just... You get to learn their personality more, I guess, would be safe to say. Like Bean, when we had Bean, her name was Jelly Bean, but we called her Bean for short. And we would call her Biddy. What else did we call Bean? Peanut? Biddy? Butterbutt? Just stuff, you know. You remember Tiny, Yoda? Do you remember Tiny? Tiny was freaking awesome, dude. She was the love of my life. Because, you know, in a lot of places that I lived, I wasn't allowed to have pets. And even if you had a pet, you would have to pay pet rent, which I think is so stupid because you got to put down a pet deposit apartment, but then they charge you monthly pet rent, which I thought was so freaking dumb. So I got a ferret, and of course can't tell anybody because number one, they're illegal in California and they would get confiscated. And number two, I never had anybody over anyways, so it's not like anybody would know that I had a ferret, you know? So, and she was small and tiny, and I could just stick her in my purse and take her places, you know? She was great. She was great. Smelly, so she always got a lot of baths, but I just adored her. And then Peanut was like, we should get another ferret. I was like, no, not after Tiny, because they tear everything up. Like my couch from my apartment, like the whole bottom, you know where that thing is? The lining inside the bottom of the couch, like she dug holes and all that so that she can go in there and sleep like a little hammock. Even though she had her cage with like 3 hammocks inside and all sorts of stuff. Nope, she didn't want to sleep in there. She wanted to sleep inside of the thing of the couch. She was always like stealing my shit, like, cause you know, they're little thieves. So like you would have to always make sure to keep your keys or anything else that was small and valuable that she may decide she wanted for herself, far away from her, cause she will get it, she will hide it, and then you'll never find it. I think, didn't we find a whole stash of stuff when we lived in Point Loma that Tiny had stolen from us? It was like it was behind the couch where her little thing was where she would sleep in there. It wasn't in there. It was actually behind. She had a whole stash of shit she stole from us. Like, what did we find? We found a remote control that she stole. We found, like, what else did we find in that thing? Socks that she stole. The little things you put in your laundry, like what are those called, Peanut? The things that you put in fabric, the fabric things that you put in the dryer. There was a pile of that in there. Trying to think of what else we found in that stash. I mean, she had a whole freaking stash of shit that she stole. But I thought it was she was fun because she would always make us laugh. Because she was just always up to like no good antics. We still had her when we bought this house. And one of the things with our first greyhound that we ever had, Mr. Lou, because the greyhounds, they're prey derived, depends, because they're taught to chase a lure down a track. So some of them have very, like, they're not friendly or safe around smaller animals like cats or other dogs. So they have to be assessed if you already have a pet. But when we went to adopt our very first greyhound, I told him that I had a ferret. So we took Tiny to meet our first greyhound ever. His name was Lou, so we just named him Mr. Lou. Moo, stop. And this tiny little thing, like this big, remember? She just kept chasing Poopy, Mr. Lou, around. He's like, get that thing away! Like the dog, which was like 20 times her size, was more scared of her than she was of him, because all she wanted to do was chase him and play with him, you know. And that's when she was already up there in her older years. I think she passed when she was about 8.5, so I think she was already like 8 years old when we got our first greyhound. And at that age, which is old for ferrets, she still had spunk, like, so she was a little terror. Loved her so much. Hence the name Tiny the Terrible Terror. Bubbies is because he's just sweet. He's like a little Bubs. He's a little Bubs. Let me see. Do you remember her, Yoda? little tiny. So, Your last dog was named Chewy. Aww. Pets are wonderful. I'm having a bad day, I'll just go on Instagram and just start watching a bunch of ridiculous like pet videos. And it just makes me smile. Like the ones with the, what are those little things called? I think they're called guinea pigs. But these people who do these guinea pigs, it's ridiculous. Like I was showing one to Peanut last night where they put this little guinea pig on this toy bus. Yeah, she was a bad girl. Yeah, she was so bad. They put this little, what was it called? Like a little toy bus, but it was remote control. And they had the little guinea pig on it with like a hat and glasses and like this big gangster like necklace with, you know, with a huge, the guinea pig looked like Flava Flav, and he was driving around in the little bus and they were playing gangster music. I was cracking up so bad, so bad. Okay, so why do we treat them like people but name them after things? I don't know. I don't know, Johnny. I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've ever had a pet that I've named after a thing. I don't think so. I don't know, Johnny. Couldn't tell you. You see, my two cats came from the streets. One thing I've seen that I've learned is that the joy that comes from rescuing. I know that sounds cliche or maybe dumb to some people, but it's really cool. I remember our first greyhound, Mr. Lou, and he never made it to the track. He was not interested in racing, so he was a flunky. And when we first got him, he was the first day he was kind of very shy, apprehensive, like, what the fuck is this? They've never been inside of a home. They've never seen the inside of a home because they've lived most of their lives at a track, you know? And he didn't want to eat or nothing. By the second day, that dog, when he realized where he was, and I have video of it, I had gotten this like little, like a basket where I had gone and bought a bunch of dog toys and stuff. And he was having the time of his life, going from the little basket with all his dog toys and just putting him on his bed like, this is all mine, you know, and just playing and going crazy and just having so much fun. And what's interesting is Moose did the same thing. I have pictures of Moose. I should find them and put them up. But he did the same thing. The first day he was very like WTF. And then the second day he was doing the same thing. He was going to the basket with all the toys and just like stockpiling, hoarding all the toys on his bed. I have a picture of Moose just covered in toys, and that was after the first night that he spent that here at our house when he was home. And he had the biggest smile on his face. It's the goofiest picture, but he's just so adorable. And then Bean came along and started terrorizing him. And then, because Bean used to beat him up a lot. And he's never, the only greyhound that I have had that has tore shit up was Bean, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think so, Johnny. I'm going to have to send you a picture of Moose's first day home, or post it on my community tab. I got to go find it. But it was the most precious thing in the world. But Mr. Lou never chewed up any of his toys. Moose, he just walks around with his toys in his mouth and just sleeps with them. Bean, though, Bean was a terror. Like, you would give her a toy and it would be destroyed in like less than 2 minutes. Because she would sit there and just find one thing and just start nipping at it, and then next thing you know, the guts are all over the place, and it's like, okay. She was not good with toys. She would just destroy them. But yeah. And I told you guys I sponsor at the Greyhound Adoption. I think I just got a letter from them too. Did I? Let me see. Yeah. So since I sponsor Greyhounds, I always get a monthly newsletter with the picture of the dog that I'm currently sponsoring right now. And this is the dog I'm currently sponsoring right here. Let me see, what's this puppy's name? Gowdy. No, Gowdy went home. Gowdy was rescued. She went home on October 30th. Oh, it says here, we have had many applications coming in after the news of the Florida tracks closing. But we keep in touch with this family as best we could, and finally was their turn for a home visit. Aww. So I guess they are getting greyhounds from the Florida tracks that are closing. That is... And I guess next month I'll be getting... Wow, okay, so next month I'll be sponsoring a dog that they're getting from Florida. I don't know where this one is from. That's my sponsor. But it's saying here in this letter that I get 3 months. See? Greyhound Adoption Center. And if you're interested, for anybody, their website is www.houndsavers.org. So that's HOUNDSAVERS.org. Where you can go if you would like to sponsor greyhounds. But I guess they are working with other organizations to help rehome all the dogs that are coming off the tracks from the tracks that are closing in Florida. That's great. That's really good news. So, yep, you gotta love the puppies. And then I got Tonka and Ood, and we are done. Done. So, I believe that the gentleman that runs the place, Darren or Dale, the British guy, I think he just got recently diagnosed with Parkinson's. So, I'm not sure how that's going to go. or who's moving in to take his place. Because like I said, it's all volunteer based. The whole organization is volunteer based. They get a lot of donations from like PetSmart and Petco, Target, Walmart, like stuff like that to keep them running. And then the rest of the stuff is just from people sponsoring and donating. It's totally nonprofit. Oh yeah, Johnny, this one, I really like this one. Yoda does not like it, but I love it. It smells like beanie. I don't know if that makes any sense. Then I gotta pour exactly 1 ounce. Brain power. Sorry guys, this little squeaker thing is busted. And I don't have any more, and it's like leaking all over the place. That is not good. Because I put these little, oh, that is not good at all. I put these little caps on there that have like a this to make it easier, but look, it cracked. So it's leaking all over. That's shit. That's caca. And I'm not wearing gloves, so I'm gonna be smelling like Tonka and oud for like the next week. Great. Freaking fantastical. It's the last one, babe. You're gonna take one of those tomorrow? Huh?
You can crank those up for the holidays.
What do you think I'm doing? I got like 15 more of these to pour tomorrow. I have 15 more to pour tomorrow.
Slacking off.
I am freaking slacking, dude. Like, I'm never gonna finish pouring shit. And then I gotta start letting them. The ones with wicks gotta start curing. That way by Christmas they'll be well over 2 weeks. And then the other ones I gotta let cure for a couple days. Start testing wicks, re-pour, cure, test wicks, and then re-pour for final. So it's my life. That's my life. Let me see. The dish soap caps, I don't know, because the size of it is a little funky, you know. So well, thanks guys for hanging out tonight, even though I had nothing of importance to say. Just sitting here jacking off, making candles, hanging out, telling you about my very disturbing reading preferences, or not reading, yeah, the genre preferences that are a bit creepy and gross. So that was fun. And I gotta clean up this whole disaster that I made in the kitchen. I'm gonna be making about 20 trips upstairs with all this shit. And then I gotta let those sit over there to cure, and then I'll move them tomorrow. So fun times. Got dishes to do from the candle making. Then I got to eat dinner. How long have I been on? How long have I been on? How long have I been on? A little over an hour, almost an hour and a half. That wasn't bad. I got more of those to do. I'll do them tomorrow. Good thing I stocked up on jars. Fairly certain I got plenty of wax. I think I have like 100 pounds of wax left, which should be more than plenty. Because one of those little 5-pounders will get me through like, I think it's like 5 jars. So fun times, you guys. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for, oh, love you too, Yoda, for hanging out, putting up with my bullshittery, even though I had nothing important to say. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm going to go read another fucked up, twisted book and tell you all about it. And then you're going to be like, what the fuck? Yeah, I need to put up that other channel, though. I just don't know what to name it. But I will let you know. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And everyone have a good night. And I'm going to go eat my hotter than hell salmon that Peanut made. Okay.